If you're always reading something so mainstream and overrated, I swear you guys are missing some of the best mangas that definitely deserve a good spot. And if you're looking and in need of some of the best underrated mangas, then you've come to the right place, my guy or girl, because today we've come up with the top 10 best underrated mangas and manhwas you probably missed out on, and also which I assure you that you'll definitely enjoy reading and also worth trying it out. So now let's kick off our list with today's number 10. Number 10. I stack experience through writing books. At our number 10, we have I stack experience through writing books. The series' main character, Jong-seok Lee, was a normal, ordinary person. The only thing he ever kept his interest was books, and he was also most often found in the local bookstore. But everything was about to take a big turn when he encountered a weird book, which was definitely blank. Yeah, a book completely blank, just too weird. But he did accept what he was asked of him, and the change in events started to take place. Number 9. Return of the Player. All the events took place in the series when a group of gods got every single human on Earth turned into the players of a game which normally forced them to kill monsters, but it was all in real life where you could whether hunt or be hunted. And it was our MC, Si-han Kim, who had already a vision about a future where he knew everyone in the world died except for him, but then he was given another chance to turn the event completely. He was set to even beat the gods in order to witness a different ending. Number 8. Dungeon Reset. Speaking about this one, which also starts with a guy who was just having a very normal life, Davun, but like as always, like ordinary doesn't stay up forever, and the same applied to Davun. When he was summoned into a dungeon, his ordinary life was no more ordinary. And of course, it was a dangerous dungeon where he had to outlast dangerous beings and monsters, including traps. Also, he did gain random but oddly helpful skills, which then required him to be creative to clear the dungeon and return back safely. Number 7. God of Blackfield. This one's interesting. Here, the story revolves around a fearless guy who only knew how to get his opposition dead. Kang-chan, the god of Blackfield, who always had struck fear into the hearts of his enemies, but one day, in the chaos of battle, his life was abruptly snuffed out. He got shot, but the bullet came from behind him. Revived 3 years later, this god is now a wimpy high schooler with major problems such as savage bullies, shady business dealings, and even girls. Revenge seemed like a straight shot. But high school is a battlefield of its own. Number 6. The Tutorial Tower of the Advanced Player. Hyunwoo Kim, who was said to be just too powerful than any other being that possibly existed on Earth, and this was also due to because he was literally trapped in a tower which had powers to regenerate monsters, and he was there for 12 years. That must be tiring. And after that, he had his freedom, but he was also out to know who was all behind his imprisonment and accidentally saving the world too along the journey. Number 5. The Blade of Evolution. Lucian, who is the main character of the series, one day awakens his healing talent even though his healing ability was appalling. During an underground dungeon mission, his entire team gets completely killed and wiped off the field, leaving him alone in the dungeon, and then he activates a condition, Last High Priest, which basically got him a two-headed sword, and where now his adventure to upgrade his power alongside with the sword begins. Number 4. Study Group. The story here revolves around a teen kid, Gamin Yoon, who was just 17 years old and was a student who had always set his goals to land himself on a good university, and likewise everything's got, not that acquired. Easily, he sure had his obstacles. His high school was a place for future criminals. In short, high school wasn't exactly the ideal place to study. Yoon was also forced into fighting in order to defend himself and his dreams. It was, of course, up to him whether he defeated them and prioritized his dream or ended up being one himself. Number 3. Blue Lock. When the Japanese team got eliminated from the World Cup of 2018, which led to Japanese Football Union to start a program scout for an absolute ace striker who can guide them to the win, and it was Asagi Yoshi who received an invitation to the program, and their coach too held an intention to destroy loser football and introduce new training regimen where he isolated ego-pitched 300 soccer strikers against each other in a prison-like institution called Blue Lock, and then put them through rigorous training which surely aimed at creating the world's greatest egoistic striker. Number 2. The beginning after the end. In a world which was highly influenced and governed by the martial ability, there was King Gray who had matchless strength and wealth and prestige. But then he was slowly left out alone. Solitude really did hang him around him. But guess what? He was reincarnated into a new world which was full of magic, well, and monsters. The king gained another chance to correct his past mistake and relive his life. But that's not only something he had to deal with, but also under the shell of peace and prosperity of the world, there also was an undercurrent threatening to destroy everything he worked for. Personally speaking, this is definitely one of the mangas that I totally want to sponsor and donate. Number 1. Spy X Family. With a mission just to infiltrate an elite private school, Twilight, who was a master spy, also known as best in the business, when it was about going undercover on dangerous missions, he was assigned to form a fake family and also was successful to do so. But it really wasn't as simple as he thought, and on top of that, he also was unaware that the wife he's chosen is an assassin and the child he's adopted is a telepath. It has a lot of funny and adorable moments as well. Keeps in touch with the plot of the story. It had me laughing non-stop. I would definitely recommend it. And yes, this was it for today's video for us. But before leaving, if you enjoyed our today's video, I'd be more than happy if you drop a like on this video, and also you can suggest on titles of video which you want us to come up with in the next one. Do that in the comment section below, and also make sure that you are subscribed to us and hit that notification bell so you won't be missing out on any of our future content. My name is Zeta Khan and I'm the voice of the voiceless. See you next time. Bye-bye.